Right now in KREM News at noon, we have new details after the FBI arrests a Coeur d'Alene man they say had ties to ISIS and was planning to attack local churches.
Expect a few windy hours until about 6 or so, and then it's starting to dry out and temperatures are going up. I'll tell you when you can expect some more sunshine.
Countdown is on. We are less than a month away from the 50th anniversary of Expo 74. Coming up now at noon, we are getting some new details about the planned celebration. Hi everyone, welcome to KREM News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with this, a developing story. We have learned some new details about a Coeur d'Alene man arrested and accused of planning to attack local churches, all in the name of ISIS. The Department of Justice says 18-year-old Alexander Mercurio planned to attack churches in Coeur d'Alene on Sunday. He was stopped when federal agents arrested him the day before. The FBI had been investigating Mercurio for the past 2 years. Court documents claim that he had pledged allegiance to the Islamic terror group ISIS and that he was allegedly planning to attack North Idaho churches using weapons that included knives, guns, metal pipes, and fire. After Mercurio's arrest, law enforcement searched his family's home and say they found items that were consistent with his planned attack, along with an ISIS flag in his bedroom. Mercurio is currently in custody awaiting his first court appearance. However, that date has not been set just yet. And this is coming in new at noon. We are learning from the Kootenai County Task Force on Human Relations, or hearing from them rather. In a statement, the group writes, quote, "Let's not forget that no community is exempt from the threat of violence by one or more groups or individuals. We need to support law enforcement and prosecutors along with proper laws to keep our communities safe. Constant awareness is essential for the safety of our citizens, and we must never let down our guard that can result in great tragedies." Okay, it is 12:02 right now. We're going to take a moment, a pause on the day's news, and turn our attention to weather. It's been a bit windy in parts of the inland Northwest today. Brandon T. Jones, he's stepping in for Thomas this afternoon. And Brandon, what do you know?
Yeah, hi there, Laura. Well, so actually, if we're taking a look at this screen right behind me, we're looking over Lake Coeur d'Alene. It's been shaking for the last 30 or so minutes, that camera we've got. I don't know if you can see it a little bit. Yeah, pretty shaky right there. That's because we're getting some of that wind. Showers are all moving out. I know a lot of us woke up to some wet pavement. We might get maybe 1 or 2 scattered showers here in the next few hours, but that's all going to be moved out by that wind, and for the most part it'll be a partly sunny day, lots of clouds in the sky. Currently we're looking at 57 degrees, winds moving right now at 22 miles per hour. Should be seeing gusts of those winds up there as kind of our high for the day. Current temperatures, again, mentioned 57 in Spokane, 52 over there in Coeur d'Alene, 56 up in Deer Park, and that's probably going to be the high around for the day. 58 is what we're expecting. And then later in the show, I'll let you know about kind of when we can expect some more sunshine to kind of remove some of those clouds.
A judge will be resentencing a Spokane man who was found guilty of a 1994 murder. A jury convicted Kevin Boot of the murder of Felicia Reese, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. However, a 2012 U.S. Supreme Court ruling said that you can't sentence a juvenile to life without parole. And since Boot was 17 at the time of the murder, his current sentence is unconstitutional. Boot is now seeking a 30-year sentence with credit for time served, meaning his time in prison would be almost over. He will be resentenced today at 2 o'clock. And Spokane is about to have its first female fire chief in the history of the department. Julie Oberg was appointed yesterday, but she's actually been serving as the interim chief for the last several months. Now, originally she said she didn't want the chief job, but she told KREM 2's Whitney Ward why she changed her mind.
We are here to serve the community, and we couldn't be more proud to do that. I couldn't be more proud of the team that now I get the honor of just being at the forefront of, and without that team, I couldn't do it.
What does it mean to you to be the first female chief?
Oh, wow. So I'm honored to be recognized as the first female for the fire chief in Spokane. So as firefighters, our duty is to serve and protect. and it's about the skills, the experience that we bring. So I really want the focus, while I'm proud and I'm very honored to represent women in the fire service, I want the focus not to be on the gender, but on the important work that we have ahead of us.
You did mention that you were looking forward to adapting and evolving, recognizing that the needs of the community are changing. So what do you mean by that, and what do you see changing?
We're called the fire department, and fighting fire is really, it's a very important part of what we do, but it's one small part. So really making sure that we are focused on not only firefighting, but prevention, the emergency medical part, the mental health part that we can play a role in. So it's making sure that there is an understanding out there in the community of, we show up in a big fire truck, but we bring so many solutions with us on that fire truck.
So you had originally said that you did not want to pursue the chief position when you agreed to serve in the interim role. So what made you change your mind?
Well, I'll say Mayor Brown's very compelling, and she's doing some great work. So it's pretty exciting to remain a part of her team, and it's pretty exciting to remain a part of the team that we have here at the fire department. So we have some really talented people that want to do some good work for the community, and being able to be on that team and help lead that team is a compelling reason to stick around.
All right. The Spokane City Council is expected to make Oberg's appointment official coming up on April 22nd. 5 decades after the World's Fair called Spokane home, the Lilac City is getting ready to remember it in a very big way. Just a few hours ago, Spokane Parks and Rec and Visit Spokane held a press conference to talk about the upcoming festivities. Some of the upcoming events will focus on environmental stewardship, celebrating the tribes, and celebrating Spokane's diversity. Another announcement made today was the reveal of some new uniforms for the Spokane Indians. The team said they initially looked to the past for the uniform, but changed their mind.
We kind of laughed because we thought, okay, maybe we do a throwback uniform to 1974, but they were this red, kind of faded, burnt orange. We weren't quite sure. And we said, you know what, let's scratch that. Let's start with a brand new look.
All right, look at that. Looking good. The 50th celebration of Expo 74 starts on May 4th, and it will run through July 4th.